Hello, my name is Stephanie Bamber and I am trying to get my videos out there as Stephanie weekdays. I have been up for a little while now, but again it takes time. If you're not used to editing or anything like that, you'll know it's not exactly the most easiest thing in the world. If you are new to my channels, then hello and welcome to my new channel. And also, if you could do is press those like buttons as well. Obviously for those ones who do watch obviously my channels and that, obviously welcome back, and let's carry on. Anyway, at the moment in time, obviously I'm not obviously as good as the other people or anything like that. I can't do what they do, but anyway, like I said, the weather now, it's my goodness, the weather is getting cold. It is the kids when they're going to bed, it is starting to slightly get darker. In the mornings it is pitch black, so obviously I get up at my daughter gets up at 6 o'clock in the morning. That's 6 a.m. UK time. I get up at 7 a.m. UK time. So that's only like an hour later. Obviously in other countries it's different. I will try and send over a picture of what it used to look like in the UK last year for another town or another part of the UK, what it used to look like last year, because apparently the snow was that high cars could actually drive through it and the hills were like dead high. Anyway, so yes, it is starting to get cold. I've had to kickstart my heating up again because we've had it off for a very long time, and I'm talking months upon months. We've had not a very good summer this time. We had about 3 weeks, but it was on a steady level, so we haven't exactly been cold or hot, or if you want to go that way and that way, whichever way it is. Anyway, eventually I will have to put the heating on constantly, but on a low heat. I can put my stuff out on the line at the moment. It is not starting to freeze up at the moment, but I will notice when it does. The hills is the biggest one in the UK for us. That will be the first thing when you walk out your door, and obviously you'll see the cars at first and they'll be frozen, and then obviously, well, I'm saying obviously, but it depends on where you live and which part of the world you live in. But for us, we go off the cars and we go off the hills. So yeah, that's the only way we can do it, because the hills will tell us whether it's frozen or whether it's snowing or anything like that, which I'll try and do as much as I possibly can on that. The tubes outside I've got on the wall. What I mean by tubes is we've got a tube that runs from our bath outside to the drains downstairs. Again, we've got another one for the sink so that the water can go out, and I've got another one for where the washing machine takes out the thing, so it all goes on the outside. The only problem is though with that, I might have to get a hammer like I did last year and bash the tubes, and then the ice will fall through. And you might say to yourself, well, why do you have to do that? Because sometimes you can get that frozen water cannot get through, which I will take a video of that. She isn't feeling fantastic or brilliant. She's actually starting to burn up again, and I haven't even been into town yet because I can't do, because she's not feeling fantastic, and the plan that we've got is only supposed to be for the holiday, and it's not really very good for a child like someone like herself, and also it's getting very cold. Yes, we're having to use water bottles at night. We're going off blankets. Yes, we even had to bring down pillows. And that we even having to wear dressing gowns. We're having to wear thick socks. Yes, they're dirty, not too bad for smell or anything like that. We're having to wear thicker clothes, and that only because it is very cold. Can't always afford to put on the heating, because unfortunately heating down here cost a fortune. Now I put only on like £10 a week. That at the moment in time is pretty good, but otherwise I'll probably be most likely be putting on more than that. I was actually trying to think about how much to put on, because last year I struggled, and I think I put up to I think I put roughly about £20 or £30 on a week, which is actually down here in the UK is very bloody expensive, especially when you've got gas and electric. And then you're going to make sure you've obviously got everything else, all your other bills paid, blah 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 blah. Anyway, so I'm going to try and send it on to a picture onto then Twitter when I find it up. Anyway, on that note, I'll leave you to it. And please come along. If you're a new one, subscribe, press that like button, just that like button down at the bottom. All you have to do is put your finger onto it and press it, and it'll come up, and at least I know you've enjoyed obviously watching it. So thank you very much, and bye bye.